Welcome back to the Stanford Cardinal Dynasty, where for the first time since 2018, your Cardinal are playing in a bowl game as we head all the way down to Shreveport, Louisiana to play against the Missouri Tigers in the Independence Bowl. And that is largely thanks to a big win streak in the last half of the season. 5 games, unfortunately. Last time, we got blown out. Game didn't end up mattering, so we're just going to quickly move on past that one. But this does mark, again, since that 2018 season, where the Cardinal went 9-4, making the Tony the Tiger bowl game, that the team is back not only in a bowl game, but back with at least a 500 record at the end of the regular season. One more win and it will be the first positive record in quite a long time. And a few of our players here still looking to hit a few more key marks. Ayoman are needing 2 more touchdowns. Daniels, he needed 1. Defensively, we already have 3 guys here in double digits for TFLs. If Cooper could hit on 2 more, he'll be the 4th. 1 more sack or even a half sack for him, he'll hit 10. And for Colin Wright, he needs 1 more pick to hit 5. On paper, we are the better team, but Mizzou still has a lot of good guys, a lot of older talent here. Sam Horn, the quarterback, redshirt junior, over 3,000 passing, 36 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, though completed just 60%. Rushing the ball, we're going to see another redshirt junior in Tavoris Jones. 770 rushing yards, averaging about 5 yards a carry, and 4 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, they split the workload between Daniel Blood, the junior, and the senior in Mekhi Miller, both over 800 receiving, and Miller needs 1 more touchdown to hit double digits like Blood. And defensively, they're relying on a lot of key seniors. Khalil Jacobs, the linebacker, leads them in tackles. Tackles for a loss is the senior redshirt Devin Blaylock at right end. Sack leader, another senior in Zion Young. One of their youngest talents here is at kicker, Blake Craig, and he's been deadly accurate this year. 1 missed field goal, 1 missed extra point. He's hit a long of 46, and he will be a problem today. But if we take care of business offensively and defensively, it shouldn't come down to a kick as we are underway. Thompson will take the touchback. The offense heading out at the 25 for once again the first bowl game snap since 2018, and it is going to Parrish. The redshirt freshman down the middle, he picks up 6. Now the offense was quite lackluster last week. See if Coach Barrington has any changes for his squad in this one, as Bachmeier denied the first. The offense focused a lot on running. Will that be the case today as they do get stuffed? We'll force an early punt. Already offense a little slow to get started. Can the defense amplify this team here as it's a bad throw on the RPO? Horn had a wide open receiver, simply missed it. Ball hit the turf, and why is the quarterback wearing 21? I just noticed that. Play 2, he hands off to 22, 1-yard gain. It's a good thing then that in the most recent update, we can now change players' numbers for non-NIL, or essentially any real player you cannot change, as it's a deep ball on the money. Mizzou strikes first as Johnson took the top off the defense. Definitely not how this team was wanting to start here in Shreveport. Mizzou 7-0, a little bit of a reminder of last week as Parrish, he finds a running lane. He picks up 9.5. We could have used that on the previous carry. 2nd and inches. It's Irvin checking in at running back under pressure. Daniels throws. There was no receiver in the area. Well, the good news is no flag down. So 3rd and inches, it's the wing T as they go fullback toss, and they're stuffed again. It was Zion with the tackle, was their leading sack artist. Instead, he's making a play in the run game. As Roseboom got Jones lit up. He tried to go airborne, and then Sumlin laid the hit. So 2nd and 11 then. Still don't understand why there's a quarterback wearing 21. But Jones finds some space here. Just following the blocks, Ramos gets slipped. Wright has to come over, get the stop. But it seems like Mizzou likes that lineup, so they're going to run a little hurry up off of it then. Get right back to it at the 35. They hit the big pass game last time out. Under pressure, sack this time is Rose. Boom. Oh, that does remind me of a certain game this season where I made fun of a running back for wearing numbers in the 80s, and that guy went off on us. So maybe I should lay off and stop criticizing the number of 21 here for Horn. He already threw a deep ball touchdown on us. A 3rd and 22 here as he looked for a deep passer. Instead, dragged down a gain of about half a yard. Defense makes the play, but really it's got to be this offense. They have not scored in over 4 quarters of game. They got to find a way to get in the end zone here. Good spin move, Haddad. First time we've seen him break that move out. Gets us a 1st and 10 just shy of the 40. With 2 receivers out on the field, 2 tight ends as well. Looks like it's going to be play action under pressure. No one picked up the corner. Actually, check that. It was the safety they sent on the blitz. So 2nd and 19. Empty set here for the Cardinal. Hard count. They get some early movement. Should be a free play. Then they go downfield for Parrish and tipped away. That's where the free 5 yards is really going to pay off. So 2nd and 14 then. As Daniels will continue looking to pass the ball. He's got a receiver open. He finds Borden. He drops it. Good throw, though, from the quarterback. Just receiver didn't make the play. We got another 3rd and long, and Daniels is sacked. Offense continues to struggle to move the ball, so 1st and 10. Mizzou takes over at the 36. They've had a touchdown drive and then a drive that stalled out. Jones breaks a tackle, picks up 2. At this point, you kind of start to wonder if the defense will score before the offense. The 2nd and 8, Horn goes empty set, but we run out of time here in the 1st. Mizzou and their defense definitely in charge of this game. Cardinal defense trying to keep it within reach. As we do get started here, 2nd quarter, it's a dump-off pass and an injury, Benedict Ume. Really hope he's able to get back into this one. In the meantime, it'll be the senior in Rowell stepping in, a 3rd and 9. As they find a wide open target, there is a flag down in the backfield. Johnson slips the tackle, but it does look like this one is coming back. So a 3rd and 19 following a bailout here for the Cardinal defense. As Horn goes back across the middle and once again finds the 1st down. That's the 2nd time today Wright has gotten beat in press man coverage. Not even press, that time it was just man. Following with the running game, Jones, he finds some opening lanes. Camp was running backwards, biting on the pass fake, and Mizzou's at the 37. Going back to Jones, we got a good tackle on the outside, Scotty Edwards. He's playing in his final game, potentially of his career. Not a whole lot of talk around most of this team in terms of draftees. As good stop there from Rose and Cote, but it's getting that final play where the team has struggled, especially the last 2 games. 3rd and 12. Horn, he's got time in the pocket, dumps it off, and he finds Jones for a minimal gain. That will end up sending out the kicker. We know he could hit from around 48. This one is going to be about a 51-yarder. And he's got plenty of power and accuracy. And following a special teams miscue, they now got 89 yards in front of them, and the offense has barely even gotten close to a 1st down so far. They check it down, and it gets picked off. It's gonna be a pick 6 for Drayden Norwood. Crashed on the drag. That play has been the Cardinals' moneymaker this year, but absolutely was not there. So now 17-0. Cardinal offense back out on the field, trying to make something happen. As Daniels under pressure, it's another sack. Darius Smith has already picked up 2 in this one, and wherever the team was that we saw a couple weeks ago, we have not seen them in, well, a couple more weeks. As they go Bachmeier here, he's going about half the distance. Well, it looks like the Cardinal, they've got to figure out their offense. 3rd and 9. As Daniels in motion, trying to buy time. He's got Bachmeier with some green grass. Great throw on the move. Bachmeier speeding down inside the opposite red zone. That might be the spark this team has been desperate for. Changing up the look here, Irvin checks in at running back. He's going to use that speed to get to the outside. A little stiff arm and a gain of 9. Got to find a way to get back into this one, and it's got to be with a touchdown this drive. Ayomanor in motion. He's going to take the quick jet flip, and Irvin forgot to block. All he's got to do is throw a shoulder, and that's probably a touchdown. Instead, 3rd and 3. As this time they go back to the drag, finding McCoy. This time, he's got the first. And that does take the Cardinal inside the 2-minute warning. Got to find the touchdown here, a stop and some more points before the end of the half. Could be really big. Up for Ayomanor. Great defense. They had the lane earlier on. Found a good way to get back to it. 2nd and goal. They go with a wide receiver screen. Haddad with nowhere to go. Mizzou putting the clamps on down here inside the red zone, down inside the 5. Bunch look to the left-hand side. Bachmeier finishes off his drive. He had the big strike earlier. Gets the 6 points on the board. We get the PAT. We got ourselves a ball game here in the Independence Bowl. With 1:36, Mizzou could still do a little something here as well. Instant pressure, but they get the pass off. Slipping one, a quick first down. Horn has looked really good in this one. I mean, we saw the stats earlier on outside of just some incomplete passes. He's put together some good stats. Cardinal defense got to clean up the tackling. But it seems like the quick inside play has been the thing here for Mizzou, and Coach should have had a pick. Looked like man coverage, had his eyes on the running back. Missed the ball thrown at his face. 2nd and 10. We'll go back to the passing game. Matt Rose there with a quick stop and a timeout call. That leaves 1:08 with a 3rd and 5. Mizzou called the timeout. They got 2 left. Cardinal still have 3. As they look to flood one side, a near sack from Tafiti, but a stop nonetheless. And that leaves the offense trying to find back-to-back scoring drives. Starting at the 33. Again, 3 timeouts. 2 spread to the left. Borden goes to the right-hand side. He struggled to hold on to passes, and we've got Bachmeier with a high pass. He reels it in. Being honest, he kind of disappeared for a large portion of this season, making an impact here in this one. As they are inside scoring range, going back up for Bachmeier. Ball is a little bit off. You could question whether that should have been a flag or not on the defensive play. Some might argue uncatchable. That might be true. As they look to go deep here, it's up and not picked off. A little bit of some sloppy decisions the last couple passes there from Daniels. Got lucky. 3rd and 10 though. They're outside of field goal range. Going with a spread look. And under pressure again, he barely gets rid of it. But surprisingly, the offense is staying out there with a 4th and 10. 34 seconds left, it's spread empty. Daniels with a hard count, no one jumps. He tries again, 2 players move. Looks like they're going to get the O-line here and probably a punt. But once again, with a poor play from the special teams, Mizzou's taking over at the 34. They still got some timeouts, looking to find some own plays. Quick stop there on the dump off. Leaves them 1 timeout, 26 seconds. We know their kicker can hit from distance, so need to keep an eye on that. But they're looking for the deep ball here. Johnson, and he just simply forgot he had hands. That one 100% should have been caught. Potentially even another touchdown. Not the case, though. They're trying again. Beating Ramos. It's off his hands. Both teams showing clearly why they are 6-6. But with about 8 seconds left here, looks like Cardinal are going to try to find one more big play. And a movement, they're going to say the tackle moved. So why not back us up a little bit more then? Now at the 32, still the 8 seconds. Hard count, Daniels might get a free play here. Doesn't have the time to load up. With only 4 seconds left, it'll be a Hail Mary attempt here for Daniels. Now, can he have the time in the pocket? We'll find out. The offensive line is not quite hold up enough. But he's got the time here for the end zone and swatted down. So a lot of action there towards the end of that second quarter, but for neither team did it end up being really anything. 17-7 is the halftime scoreline, and you gotta feel like Marquise Johnson should have 3 touchdowns in this game. It's good news, though, for the Cardinal that is not the case, especially as Mizzou is opening up the second half in possession. As they look to go Jones, it's swallowed up Cooper. And I'm pretty sure with the 2 TFLs he has on the day, that should be our 4th player in double digits for that category. And slipping the tackle of Matt Rosen, picking up the first down. We honestly had two guys involved in on that one. I think Howerton mixed in the true freshman DT. Ume is back out there, so that is good to note. RPO Ramos is there, but so are the hands of Johnson that time. 2nd and 4 following the gain of 6 as they go with some play action to the outside and overthrowing. Both teams have had a lot of opportunity in this game. Both sides just haven't really capitalized on all that opportunity. As it's a throw back to the flat, here comes Wright as well as Morris to get another stop for the defense. They're doing all they can to buy time for the offense to finally get moving. As we start on the ground, and Irvin just gets one. Heading into this next offseason, gotta feel like Coach Barrington is gonna look for upgrades along the offensive line anywhere possible. 2nd and 9, under pressure, Daniels gets rid of it. Pass rush showing up almost instantaneously. 3rd and 9, they got Bachmeier, who gets another grab. He's been the guy this whole game. It looks like they're going hurry up off of it. They're gonna flip it. They send the bunch to the right-hand side this time, leaving Aomanor one-on-one. And under pressure again, he just gets rid of it. We saw earlier that the quick drag game wasn't working with the receivers. Now they're trying to change things up, but their line is just not blocking long enough. As they go with a halfback screen, Parrish, 1. Mizzou defense really flying around in this one, making things difficult for the Cardinal offense. As they go back to the bunch look, 3rd and 9. And again, they've got Bachmeier, who gets the grab. He's well over the century mark on this one. Made a big impact prior to the end of the first half. Daniels comes out with a spread empty look here. They're trying to take the top off the defense. Aomanor with a step. Ball's headed towards the sideline, and it's off the mark. Keep that one a little bit more inside. You have the touchdown they've been looking for. 2nd and 10. Continue with the passing game. This time the drag works. It's McCoy turning up, getting the first down inside the 30. In fact, make that inside the 25 as well. Marked out at the 24. They go with a single back set here. Irvin, he finds a way through the line. That leaves the Cardinal here with a 2nd and 2 and going back again to a spread empty look. Daniels, though, he is making a change out there, as he's got multiple options all to the outside. Goes out there late to Borden. Can't slip the tackle. In fact, they actually lose 2 on the play as well, with about 2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Just inside the red zone here. Buck gets slowed up. They still look to go his way, and the freshman gets the first. They're slowly, methodically moving, but honestly, that's way better than what we've seen the last 3 quarters? Actually, more than that. 5 quarters. Completely blanked out last game. So 4 quarters there, the first half here. So you're looking more at 6 quarters. Cardinal got to get themselves on the board, and Borden holds on to the pass. Cardinal, they strike one back here, make it 17-14. Gotta give some love, though, to Tiger Bachmeier. Many big conversions on that drive. Now they need their defense to make yet another stop as they go with the quick swing out. Frausto Ramos quickly collapses on it. Goes as a loss of 2. 2nd and 12, they go 1 to the left-hand side. Few options to the right. It's the delayed handoff. Jones will pick up a good chunk. That will send us to the 4th quarter. A great 3rd quarter there for the Cardinal to get themselves back in it. But they're going to need a fantastic 4th to find the winner. And they get the first down. The drag eventually opens up. Cardinal defense have to make sure they get the stops when they present themselves. 1st and 10, Mizzou at the 27. As there goes Howerton. Gets there a half step too late. But no gain on 1st. That's a win here for the Cardinal defense. Horn goes spread empty with trips to the right-hand side. Quick pass across to the middle. Rico Code. He puts the hit in on the Missouri player. Jars that one free. 3rd and 10. Chance to get off the field here yet again. Horn going deep, and he's got his man, and Wright can't get the tackle. What is that now? 2 3rd and long. Massive strike touchdowns. Mizzou separate yet again. Wright just simply has not had a good game today. Gotten beat several times. Now we need some high-flying Cardinal offense here. Starting a little bit of some play action, and barely having enough time to get the pass out. That definitely seems to be the struggle here with the Cardinal offense. They need the deep ball game, but just the pass rush has been a little bit too much, as every time Daniels sets to throw, he's getting hit. Zion Young, pretty big reason for it. He's had several of those hits. 3rd and 10. Hard count from Daniels. No one jumps as he steps up in the pocket. He's looking for a quick stop. McCoy gets the grab. Great connection there from the quarterback to tight end. That just comes simply with practice. A lot of that this year. We go to the running game here. Good blocks from the receivers. Parrish couldn't fully bounce it. He does pick up a nice gain of 6 there on first. Now with 2 spread either side here, Daniels gonna drop back. He's got his guy again. A.O. Manor with the touchdown grab. Stanford back within 3 here. It's the deep ball game for both teams, putting up a show. For our Cardinal fans, they're just waiting, almost begging for that opportunity to take a lead. It's going to have to come with a stop from the defense, as it's a little bit of some pass rush here, but again, getting the ball out, Sumlin breaks it up. Honestly, what this team really needs is a forced turnover. 2nd and 10. They go with a jet sweep, and there is the freshman, Howerton. That leaves a 3rd and 11, but again, it's been these 3rd and longs that have been a trouble for the Cardinal defense. Can they get the stop that they need? Shot downfield is another grab. Wright has just struggled. And it was a rare lineup there for the Cardinal defense. They actually came out in a dime defense, something they typically don't run, really trying to make sure they don't give up the passing. But it seems like they still keep giving it up. But this is an interesting move here. Frausto Ramos and Wright have swapped sides. Maybe Coach Barrington just trying to see if anything will work here for his defense, as they look for a deep shot into double, triple coverage, and they can't come away with it. A flag is down. And they're going to get the Tigers with a hold, so that'll back them up, maybe putting them on the outskirts of field goal range. Those they hand it off to Jones. He'll get back almost all that lost yardage. Just trying to find that big play. It's what the Cardinal defense needs. 2nd and 13. As they hand this one off, Jones, he just slips under the block. Looked like Tafiti was doing a pretty good job over there, getting double teamed, setting the edge. Just no one was back there for the flow. Oh, they're there on 1st down. Loss of 3. Again, it's just that consistency this team needs. 2nd and 13, and it looks like Matt Rose might have jumped early. It's that 2 steps forward, 1 step back scenario. You make some big plays and you give up that one that just kind of means it's where you never really get where you're trying to go. But Mizzou has another passing touchdown, 2nd on the day for Miller. When the Cardinal offense finally get going, well, that seems to be when the defense stops getting going. Got to have them both combine here late on to find a comeback win. Back down 2 possessions. Going deep here, it's Bachmeier. Caught down at the 30. He continues a dominant game today. That's probably putting him close to 200 total receiving. As it looks like, once again, Daniels making some changes out there. Sticking with the spread look, though. Got to make sure he also scrambles if needs be, which he does here. Sliding down inside the 15. Cardinals still have plenty of time in this one. Just got to make sure they do the best with the time they have. As McCoy into the end zone. That is the answer the Cardinal offense needed. Their most efficient drive, finding big play after big play. But can the Cardinal defense finally get the stop they've been trying to find all half? Chasing. We're back to a 3-point game as they go with some play action. Horn, he's got another wide open target. This DB group in general just have not had it. Perhaps Wright was having the better performance on Miller, so it looks like Coach Bearington making yet another change. Inside 2-minute, though, a flag is down. There was no gain on the play. And while it was called for holding, does not look like Coach Bearington is going to accept that. So make it 2nd and 10 as they go with the run. Camp can't get the stop. At this point, you've got to expect that they're going to run the ball here to try to drain clock. Got to go run first here. If they pop up for a pass, they pop up for a pass. As Jones, big lane, Matt Rose drags him down, a timeout call. You just gotta have the push here. As it's 2nd and 1, Rose, boom, it's there. As well as I think that was Rose, though it could have been Roel. This could be the play the Cardinal defense have been trying to hit all game long, but it just keeps opening. And with that, it looks like they're coming out to kneel out the clock. Nothing we can do with 1 timeout left. Mizzou, they just simply outperformed us offensively. Our defense couldn't play in that second half. They did a lot in the first, but the offense didn't show up into the second half. We just never got both sides going at the same time. Meanwhile, Mizzou played a much more balanced game. Horn played absolutely phenomenal. Our DBs could not hang with the athleticism here of the Mizzou Tigers. Miller beat us several times deep. Johnson on the other side as well. And every time they did decide to run, there was some wide open gaps as well for Jones. All around fantastic performance, and our first bowl game in quite a long time is not a win. And well, obviously, that is not how we wanted this season to come to an end. 2 losses. I've got to give some love, though, to the team. The second half of the season, they really came alive, and they got us to the point where we were back in a bowl game. For Stanford football that's been on such a decline over the last 6-something years, that's a big step forward for this program. So that is great. We got to a bowl game, and I definitely am going to give one final shout out here. Going over to our receivers, Tiger Bachmeier, 178 yards. He had a touchdown. He set up 2 more touchdowns, if not 3, for being honest. He was a fantastic player. He was the key player for us. If we were able to pull off that win, by far he is the MVP of that game. Defensively, though, I don't know what was going on with that coverage. Anything we tried, man, zone, press, no press, I mean, Wright got smoked time and time again. Ramos didn't have the cleanest game, but at least he made some plays. Wright didn't really make a single play, so I don't know. It's going to be a different group going into next year. Colin Wright is going to at least graduate. Whether he gets drafted, I don't know, especially after that performance. As for Frausto Ramos, he will be moving into his senior season. I don't think there's any worry about him transferring. He will see some development, and overall, he had a pretty good season. But that is where the season comes to an end. But we are going to be right on back here for the offseason next time. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That does not change whether it's an end of the year going into an offseason or the start of a new year. So this week, not only are we finishing season 2, we're going to get through the offseason on Wednesday and right on into season 3 on Friday. So make sure you guys are sticking around. Hit that bell icon on the bottom right or scroll down to the sub button and definitely tap that bell icon. A lot of work ahead of us. It was, again, a really good year, and it should be even better in season 3.